Fourth. Okay, this is the second video for polynomials. We're going to classify and evaluate polynomials. Okay, all you need to do in this is to write down the degree of each monomial. Okay, number one, just write down the answer. What is the degree of number one? Nope. 3. The degree is a 3 because you have to add the exponents. So my degree is 3. Look at number 2. Number 2, what is the degree? 1. So you just have a 1. You don't have to write anything down but the degree. What is the degree of number 3? 3. The 2 is called the coefficient, so the degree is 3. Okay, run number 4. It's still doing the degree, so just write the answer to degree. Number 4, what's the degree of number 4?
1.
It's a 1. So you just find the degree of each term. The degree of 5x is 1. The degree of negative 6 is 0. So the whole degree is 1. Okay, the number 5 looks a little bit more difficult, but it's really not. You just find the degree of each one. The degree of this one is 5. This is also 5. This is a 4. And this is a 0. So the degree of the whole thing is going to be 5. 5. All right, number 6. You just have to rewrite this in standard form. So don't write the problem, just write down the new standard form. So which term is going to go first? X to the 5th is going to be written first. Write it down. The second term would be 9x to the 3rd. The third term is negative 4x squared or minus 4x squared. And then the last term is the constant 16. So the way it should look is putting it in descending order. I rearranged it, x to the 5th, 9x to the 3rd, minus 4x squared plus 16. And you notice right here I'm circling them with the sign in front. So that negative 4x squared, when you rewrite it, has to be negative. Okay. We did the degrees, the standard form, and then it says, will you please give the leading coefficient? The leading coefficient is what? 1. What's the degree? 5. Okay, number 7. Go ahead, pause it, and write it in standard form, and then give the leading coefficient.
Hey, Mama.
Our answer is going to be descending order. Okay, so we have negative 3y to the 8th plus 18y to the 5th plus 14y. And what is the leading coefficient? I don't know. Is it really 2? Isn't it negative 3 because this is in the front? All right, next problem. Number 8, 9, and 10. You just have to classify each of the polynomials. Okay, number 8. The highest degree is 3. The highest degree is 3, so what do we call that? Cubic. How many terms are there? 4, so what do you call that? Polynomial, because anytime it's 4 or more, x to the 3rd, 4 terms. What's it called? Cubic polynomial. Okay, number 9 is kind of a weird one. It's just a constant. What is the degree? 0. How many terms are there? 1. Okay, so if the degree is 0 and there's 1 term, what are we going to call that? Write this down. It's a constant monomial. Okay, it's a constant because it's a number without a variable. Number 10. What is the degree? 8. How many terms are there? 3. So we have to label, we have to name it. What do we do with that? If it's more than 5, we're going to call it 8th degree. 8. It won't let me erase. Okay, so it's the 8th degree, what? There's 3 terms. Trinomial. So it's going to be an 8th degree trinomial. Quint is 5. Okay, we have a firework shot off with 5-second fuse. That means you light it and in 5 seconds it's going to go off. The height looks like this. So the firework, what does the firework do when it goes off? Doesn't it go up and then come back down? Okay, so what am I going to have to do with this 5? Plug it in. So I'm going to take the 5 and plug it in here. Now you should have a calculator where you can multiply this out if you like. The time is 5 seconds, so we plugged in 5. And I'll just let you copy me. And 1606 is how high it will be. 1,606 watts. Is it feet? Feet. Oh, this is the same exact thing. It explodes. Okay, now we're going to add and subtract polynomials. Number 12. You don't need to write it down. You can just write the answer down. How many s squares do you see? Total of how many? I see 5. 2 and 3 is 5. So that's going to be 5s squared plus s. 5s squared plus s. Okay, number 13. Look at these z to the fourths. The z to the fourths are alike. How many z to the fourths do you see?
20.
I see 20 because you can add 16 and 4 together. So that gives me 20 z to the fourth because I have 4 and 16, and then negative 8 and positive 2 is 6. I think there are 18 problems, so we have 5 to go. Here's number 14. Pause this, add it up, and find out how many x8s and y to the 8s there are. And wait a minute though, I have 2 here. Take away 1, how many is that? 1. And then I have 7 and take away 1, which is 6. So identify your like terms. Final answer, x to the 8th plus 6y to the 8th. Are these getting more difficult because there's more variables? Yes. Okay, let's look at the next one, 15. Identify your like terms. This is a b cubed c squared. Sometimes it helps to put boxes around them. This one is a b cubed c squared, and this one is a b cubed c squared. Now you notice that the b cubed c squared are all going to stay the same, right? Okay, so add them all together. You're going to add all of the coefficients together. Final answer is b to the third c squared. Okay, now on to example 16. Notice these are getting much more difficult and more complicated based on the exponents. First thing you have to do is, excuse me, as always, is to identify your like terms. Now, our like terms are going to be our 5a to the third and 7a to the third, the 3a squared with 12a squared, and we have a minus 6a and a minus 10a. Putting those together, you can do this part again, or you can skip this part and do it in your head. You end up with, combining like terms, 5 and 7 is 12, 3 and 12 is 15, and negative 6a and negative 10a is minus 16a. Can you name that nomial? It is a cubic trinomial. Next problem. Number 17, only one more. We can do this. We have to subtract these. In order to subtract, I'm going to have to take this negative and distribute it to all 3 of the second parentheses. So it's called rewriting it as an addition of the opposite. Then we have to identify our like terms. 2x squared and negative 3x squared and negative 1x squared are like terms. Next, we would put the minus x, and then negative 1 and positive 1 are like terms, but those are going to cancel. Now, I'm going to do this one using the vertical method. And when you do that, you have to line them up using a 0 in place of the x. Adding the problems going down, we would get negative 2x squared minus x, and the 1's cancel. One more, guys. Okay, we have two things that we are going to take profits of. It says that x is the number of units produced at each plant. We want to know total profits from both plants. That means we're going to have to add the eastern and the southern together. Let's get started. The eastern plant profit is negative 0.03x squared plus 25x minus 1500. The southern plant profit is negative 0.02x squared plus 21x minus 1700. We need to add these two together, and our combined like terms is negative 5x squared, you add these down, plus 46x minus 3200. Whoops. So that is the combined profit from the two different companies. That's the end this evening. Remember, I will be here in the morning at 7 a.m. Have a great evening, Bearcats.